All right, we are starting.
Hi, everyone. My name is Anthony. We are here live at Round Room Studios in Nashville. We are celebrating Angela Shelton Day and the Rockstar Reformers organization. And today I want to take you on a little journey. We're going to go down into the deeper reaches of our brain to discover our mirror neurons and a way that we can use our brain to heal our pain. So the way that that works is I've actually done this, and I developed this course as a result of my own experiences of using mirror neurons, which at the time I didn't know I was using mirror neurons, but using our mirror neurons to actually pull myself out of a period of malaise and kind of a light depression. And it really helps to elevate the mood. So as a result of that, I developed this course, and this is our first live presentation of that course. So what we're doing is we're going to be taking a conscious journey into what otherwise happens subconsciously in changing the way that our brain establishes pathways. So join me on this journey, and we are going to watch a short video. What I'd like you to do, this is a repetitive exercise. We're going to watch it today once, and then of course the purpose is to watch it over and over again over the course of a period of a week. So I will bring you through all that, but ideally you want to be in a quiet space. Headphones are great if you have them. Alone, uninterrupted, no phone, no cell phone, no kids, and really just focus. And I want you to allow yourself to be bathed in this process. You really need to immerse yourself into it for this to work as best it can. Also understand that it is a process that, how can I describe this? It's equivalent to, say, walking through a forest, through a field, and you've got grass and you've got weeds and branches and things, and you walk down a path, and as you walk, you notice that your footprints are depressing the grass as you walk. A little while later, though, you look back and the grass has sprung back up. So if you walk that path again, the path gets a little deeper. You walk it again and again and again, and all of a sudden you notice that you're creating an actual little runway of no more grass, no more weeds. The more often you walk that path, the more formed and the more solid that path becomes. That's the same way that your brain is working. These neurons, these pathways within your neurons, the more you use them, the stronger they become. There's a saying that says the neurons that fire together wire together. And we don't want to get too technical here, but the idea that the more you use this pathway, the more stable and the stronger that it becomes. And that's exactly what we're doing. So we're creating new pathways or reinforcing old ones that aren't being used to develop positive outlook versus a potential negative outlook. So the purpose is to try to feel what you're witnessing and hearing and experiencing on the screen. And our mirror neurons will essentially lift that emotion, make an overlay, and your body and your mind will feel what the person on the screen is feeling. You're not understanding it in a conscious level, you're feeling it in a subconscious level. I've actually had people come to tears at times, which is a good thing, because that really means that you're immersed in it. The first few times it may take a little more. Some people get it faster than others, but I really want you to dive in and enjoy the experience. So with that, we're going to fire this up. So if everybody's ready, we've got our volume up, and let's see if this works.
Thank you for taking this, honestly. I can't imagine doing this.
Hello,
How are you?
what's your name?
Really happy.
I'm Vijay.
My intro to her.
What's your name?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Lisa, I think I worked this out. So you're,
Yes, I lost all my hearing when I was 18 years old.
wow. And how old are you now?
29. So it's 10 years.
And Mandy, how did you lose your hearing? You know, the asking.
I have a connective tissue disorder, so basically I got sick and my nerves deteriorated. Growing up, the only thing I wanted to do was sing. I ended up going to school for vocal music education so that I could have that be my life. college, I thought I had an ear infection, and it just got worse and worse. And by Christmas, I was borderline legally deaf in both ears. There was one day where the teacher was going to play the piano, and I had to chart out everything that he was playing. And I had my pencil ready, and everybody else's pencils start moving, and I'm just waiting for the test to start. And then one by one, every person just got up and left the room. I didn't hear enough to even start the test. That was the last day I was a part of the music program. It was a bad day.
We were sitting in the car together. We come home. She said, Dad, I can't remember what your voice sounds like anymore. At that moment, we knew that things would never be the same.
Everything that I'd ever wanted was just going away, and I couldn't stop it.
The music is alive and silent. The only question was, what does she do with it now?
My dad suggested that we play a song. I said, well, that's crazy, but I had a guitar tuner, and I hummed my starting note and just went for it. Music now isn't about the sound, it's about the feeling. I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm scared, so I'm just trying to. It's not the dream that I always had. That's okay, because I showed up and I did something I never believed I could do.
So, you were singing before you lost your hearing?
Yeah, I've been singing since I was 4. So I left music after I lost my hearing, and then figured out how to get back into singing with muscle memory using visual tuners and trusting my pitch.
So your shoes are off because you're feeling the vibration. Is that how you're following the music?
Yeah, I'm feeling the tempo, the beat through the floor.
And Lenny, what are you going to sing?
I'm gonna sing a song that I wrote called Try.
Can you tell me what it's about?
After I lost my hearing, I gave up. But I want to do more with my life than just give up. So.
Good for you. Okay, well, look, this is your moment, and good luck.
Okay.
Wow.
The sky is bright, wonderful, it is good. But I'm lonely, and I'll take my place again. If I were to there's no one waits for. There's no
That's awesome.
Andy, I don't think you're going to need a translator for this.
Nice.
That was a long time. That was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen and heard.
Honestly, I never think I'm going to be surprised or amazed by people, and then you turn up. With just the fact that you are you, and it was your voice, your tone, the song was beautiful. Congratulations, you were straight through to the live show. You know what? We found each other.
I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind that I put down the blood.
That was great.
So, did anyone get choked up?
Yeah, it's a
Anyone
good one.
feel
In the comments, we're getting hands clapping in the air, crying.
Yeah. So just need a minute myself. I've watched this video, I can't even tell you how many times, and I've gotten to a point, speaking back to the pathways, that path in the woods. I have developed that to the point where I can see her face, not hear a word, just see a static image of her, and I get that visceral reaction. That's how developed that path has become. It will happen if you let it, but the key is to really just develop it, and it's repetition. It's walking across that grass path over and over and over again. So this course that I've developed as a result of this journey that I'm on is an 11-step. It's actually 10, and then I put in a bonus step. Step 1 is not surprisingly called Try, named after Miss Harvey's song. I think she's an amazing woman, but the key here is that we're feeling that visceral expression. We're feeling what she's feeling. When Simon hit that golden buzzer, you see that confetti come down and you just well up. And if you didn't feel it right off, or if you felt it very mildly at first, that's okay, because again, that pathway needs to be created. You've got to form that lane in the grass, so to speak. But you give it time and it will happen for sure. But I highly cannot stress enough, highly recommend a quiet place, the largest screen that you have. Your phone is the distant third option if you have a bigger screen. Headphones if you have it. Quiet, dark, no interruptions, and you really want to immerse yourself into this. The more you immerse into this, the stronger that bond and connection is going to become. And you are literally feeling what she's feeling. You're not feeling it for her. You're feeling it for yourself. And I just was recently doing some research on how the brain works, and for a long time, but this particular instance, we have multiple sections of our brain, and it's not all in our head. We have a section of brain around our heart and another section around our intestines, which is why when we feel certain things, we feel that gut tensioning or the heart quickens. It's a signal that's running from our nervous system, and that gut tensioning is what we're feeling when we hit that mirror neuron phase. So that's really what we're looking for in this process, to trigger that mirror neuron and develop that pathway. It worked for me, I have to tell you, and I'm hoping that will work for you as well. So I just want to real quickly go through some of the next steps to give you an idea of what to expect. The step 2, which you can see there on the screen, is find your voice. So the way I designed this was a journey from a dark place to a place of light. And the first step is, like she said, I showed up. That's the primary thing. You have to show up. You have to be here. You have to be present, and you have to put the work in. This is not an easy journey, but it's a successful one if you do it right. So try, show up, and do the work. Find your voice. Learn how to express yourself. A shy 12-year-old girl uses an old vaudeville routine to try to overcome her fears. So we explore that. Blossom is an overweight, bullied teen boy, has an incredible talent that he hides in his own shadow. So we watch him blossom and explode from that. Transform, overcome, coming out of the closet, metaphorically speaking. And then we renew. So now we're starting to turn from the distressed phase of this journey into the positive phase. We stop being victims and we start turning into survivors, and then ultimately warriors. To steal a line from the Rockstar Reformers, we go from victim to survivor to warrior. So the renewal of our spirit and our energy. Then we explode out into the world, rejoice that we have now reached that goal, become fearless, and ultimately experience unbridled joy. So that's the steps that we will take each week. We will have a new video. The first 3 weeks will be a single video because it's an immersion process, and you really need to hammer this home. So we're going to do one video a week for the first 3 weeks. We'll watch it together live. I'm shooting for a Saturday afternoon, but we'll see how schedules work out. Then all week you'll watch it, hopefully in the morning, first thing you wake up. The other thing I want you to do when you're in this process, take the word of the words of that week. So in this case, try. Put it on a sticky note, put it on whatever, write it in crayon on your mirror. I want you to see it every day. When you wake up in the morning, it's the first thing I want you to see, just the word. And all you're doing is you're programming your brain to see that every single day and just start your day in that aspect. So that's step 1. Step 2, find a quiet place. Take it with your coffee if you want. But again, even if you have to wake up 15 minutes early, this only takes 10 to 15 minutes total in the morning. Wake up a little early, get this done, make that time for yourself. Don't let the kids distract you. Don't let the phone, don't turn the phone on, leave all that stuff away, and let this become an immersive experience. So you'll experience that. There's a couple of steps that I'll put with the course. I want you to write down what you're feeling, just a few quick words before you watch the video, just a couple quick descriptive words of what you're feeling like, how you're feeling, etc. And then as soon as the video is done, do the same thing. Write it down, fold the paper over, don't look at it again. Don't look at it again. And then let's do the same thing each day, but not looking at the previous day's answers. At some point, we will go back and revisit those, but I want you to understand the progression of how you're feeling pre and post video. Then we'll recap on a Saturday when we do our video live. We'll recap last week's video, and then we'll go into the new video. We'll watch it all together live like we did today. It'll be on Zoom, of course, and then you'll do the next video. So after the first 3 weeks of a single video, then we'll go to 2 videos a week, because again, we're picking up speed and we're marching across that path in the grass, and we really want to create a deeper embedded pathway that now becomes much stronger in those neurons. And then we'll culminate with reaching the bonus week and celebrating that unbridled joy. So I invite you to join me on the journey. I really hope you will. And any questions, I'm always available, and I make myself accessible very easily. So please join, comments, questions, and other than that, thank you. Thank you for joining the time.
So far, loving it. We got some comments,
Yeah.
loving it. And they want to
Good.
know what is your course? This is
So
all
the
about
course is called
learning
Use Your
phase.
Brain to Ease Your Pain.
Use your brain to ease your pain.
Use your brain. It'll be on the Reformer Network. It'll be
Yay.
available very soon, as soon as I corral Angela to help format it and get it live. The course is created, as you can see, it's here. It's just put on private at the moment because it hasn't been fully finalized and formatted. But we'll
This is
get that
use your
done.
brain to ease your pain, and then you're going into your face reading.
Correct. Well, that's
Ooh.
step 2. So that's another
Dun,
interesting
dun, dun.
interesting aspect of this. What I hope to do once we go through the 8 or 9 week process So I read faces and I analyze not only the features, but also the micro expressions and the movements, the little twitches. There are so many little twitches and things that I now, as a trained face reader, I see automatically. And I would love to go back through this with everyone once we've experienced the whole 8 weeks, watch these videos again, but from a different perspective, to see those micro movements. Simon in particular, he's a treasure trove. I mean, I could read him all day long. The little micro movements that he has, his face is so expressive. So I'd really like to go back through this and analyze those expressions and see then how they tie into what's happening on the screen and what's happening in the video. So yeah, so that would be that's phase 3. But a little later on, we'll talk about just the basics of face reading, getting into introductory
Oh
face
yeah, we
reading
are.
class, and how to read the most important face you'll ever read, which is your own.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you very much.